Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Let's see. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, yay. I think we have things working. Testing 1, 2, 3, we good? Testing 1, 2, 3, we good? Yep, it seems we are good. I'm gonna bump the mic a little bit. Hello, everyone. It is prime time for me right now, which means it's 30 minutes after midnight. Let's actually play some. It's been a minute, and I'm excited to dive in again. I want to actually gonna do my daily writs and stuff, but after that, I'm hoping to get into some adventure today. Starting with finishing up the Scribing quest line and doing. I want to get through the at least start the pro. I don't know how long it is. At least start the prologue quest for Wormcold season coming up. I hope everybody's doing great tonight. A little, oops. 1 second. Headphones got all tangled up. There we go. Just 1 more second, guys. Let's see here. Oh. Need to set up just another thing real quick. Sorry guys, 1 minute. I'm just trying to post them extra fast. I'm having some difficulties for some reason. Alright, there we go. Now we're all set. Alright. Alright. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Now we're in the zone. We are in the zone, and the ping is doing the stupid. Alright, let's get the daily stuff out of the way real quick. Stone Atronox, humanoid Daedra. Okay, I think we do a quick Craglorn run. There. Let's go Blackwood.
The wizard, it's on me.
I'll just go.
The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
If you res me, I have a token. And let's see.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
I just didn't know if he had a token.
Another day, another set of crafting grids. And before anybody asks, yes, I'm aware that Lazy Rit Crafter is a thing. I just choose not to use it. Feels like cheating to me. Whoops. Ooh. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, okay. Okay, writs are done. Let's clean up.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
I served my time in the three.
Actually, alrighty, here we go. Hey-o.
From a place called Black.
Welcome, welcome.
Deposit?
Hello, hello. Okay, that should all be done, I think. Alright, I think we're gonna have to do the housing one today, so let's just go ahead and do that. Oh yeah. I love this recall. That should have been the default recall. Sweet furnishings. Woohoo. Got one of the chores done. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some runestones and see. I think there might be stone atronachs at my Craglorn location. But I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. We're dancing, you dancing. Oh no, random loading screen. Whoops. Onward to Craglorn. Shot us tear, shot us tear.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
Okay. Going over here. So that's the air one. Are these other ones air or stone? No, they're air. Okay. I don't know where stone atronachs are then, off the top of my head. Actually, maybe some over near the Yakuza area.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
Looking for some runes for the Endeavor. And then I'll probably have to look up where some stone atros are, because I don't want to spend all day looking for them. Unless I just encounter them. Let's see.
Another find for your pack.
Looking for more runestones. Runestones. Uh-oh. I'm stuck in a rut. Oh, yeah, that's a hole. That's a hole, that's a hole, that's a hole, that's a hole.
Stendard provides. Good quality there. Like every good story, your tale grows in telling.
I never tell the truth to those unworthy of it.
are we at with
That could
this?
be helpful.
Oh, we need one more. Okay. Or we can do the human dangerous. So I can do a quick. Just do a quick over.
What do you say to some celebratory sweets? Get back, fiends. Turn the tide. That could be helpful.
We need another runestone.
Another find for your pack. Roll free. Guard up. Get moving.
A lot of plants around here, not very many leaves.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
There we go.
Turn the tide.
Okay, cool. Oh, Daedra will just do a couple quick. What am I trying to say? A couple quick Alakir circuit anchors to get that one. And we will empty our inventory and get ready. Go back to questing. Going back to questing. Look here. Looks like this anchor is in process. Can't see it, but I think I'm hitting it.
These mortals are strong, not strong enough.
Wars all around us, and only our valor carry the day. What a tale.
You and Sai-Saman have much in common, except you're not a complete failure. The plan is in place. You are but an inconvenience.
Just a normal day for you, wasn't it?
Be bopping back to lay your wind. Turn in.
To be
They're not feathers.
Okay, I've got hide and ore and wood to sell. Alright, so guild trader and then questing.
I bet I can bang the dents from my armor while we're in town.
Right, I don't know why I jumped off.
I do not tolerate.
Oh, whoops, I overpriced that one. Alright, perfect. Alright, y'all, it's time. We're gonna do some questing. I'm gonna start by going back and trying to finish up the Wing of the Dragon, the Scalarium. I picked up the Fable of the Dragon as my next step to restoring the Scalarium. I need to uncover its secrets to open the dragon door, meet the luminary within, and amplify the power of the Scribing altar. I spoke with Nalia and the Crow. Nalia seems to recall a hidden detail in the Misby tale, and the Crow suggested I follow in Ulsild's footsteps to uncover how she overcame this trouble. Ulfsild's notes at Sumnumir led us to the distinct ruin. Ulfsild's notes at Sunamir led us to the distant ruin of Paragon's remembrance. I should seek out her final set of notes on the dragon trial. I'm gonna be honest, you guys, the Dragon's Trial so far, the latter half of the Dragon's Trial is probably the best part of this quest line so far. But I really didn't like it at the beginning.
Back in the saddle. For High Isle.
The gate of friendship. Wait, what zone am I in? Is this Ursinium? Yep. Or Rothgar, I should say. This mountain fortress was originally known as Orkfather's Forge when it was built in the 10th century of the First Era. It was abandoned after Ursinium something.
Not quite the welcome I was expecting. This place must have been very different back in Ulfsild's time. I'll guard your backside. Head in and I'll be right behind you.
We've got this.
Proselytizer! Trinamac, guide my blade!
I received a report that two of your recent initiates waited a few days and then attempted to escape after they lulled some of the trainers and monitors with their seeming docile behavior. This does not please me. The conversions must be true. Their minds must be truly open and devoted to Trinamac. Your latest thought, pitting two candidates against each other, sounds more promising. I will await your results, but I better like what I hear. Eisner. Ushinot's notes. So far, I'm quite pleased with the application of cold as a method for turning people onto the path of Trinamac's holy light. I'm more certain than ever that Gragas and his initiation of fire is a terrible approach to recruitment. It has a poor survival rate. Besides, fire panics people, and a panicked person cannot be reasoned with. A true conversion requires us to get into the candidate's mind, show him or her a way out of their fear, and help them come to the proper acceptance of Trinimac's holy grace. I think my method is a much more solid approach. Ha, a pun. Solid. My ice is certainly not. Rooting an individual and trapping him or her using the new ice bindings I've crafted provides both pain and security without the unnecessary panic. The added benefit of giving a recruit the option to end the mild, in my opinion, torment is a brilliant. Like, why would anybody write that? In the mild torment is a brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. I must remember to send a note to Hengart to thank him for the design of the switches and ice platforms. My latest variation in the process seems to be the most effective yet. At the very least, it provides me with a certain level of amusement. I placed 2 candidates on the ice platforms at the same time, and I provided each of them with a switch. And here's the genius of it. Each switch sets the other candidate free. So which one will decide to sacrifice their own life so the other may live? And the survivor, his or her guilt will open the path for Trinimac's light. The survivor will accept Trinimac more fully because he or she cannot accept that they caused another to die. The mind and soul will belong to Vash, Rock, and Trinimac, utterly and completely. This dual method is a bit slower, I confess, but I'm enjoying watching each candidate's resolve as it starts to crumble, more as the experiment proceeds.
You've met your match.
It's you or me.
Looks like it was you, bud.
Get back, fiends! Right now! You got them! How did you get past the others? Die! Stendar was with us in that fight. that?
If a riddle has multiple possible answers, then it has a greater chance of being solved. Yeah. And when you're up against a master of riddles, the fewer possible answers you can give her, the better your chances are of stumping her. What is the thing that in order to have, you must give it up? There is one answer, the answer to an impossible riddle. An elegant solution from Misby, but it only works once. I couldn't give the dragon a riddle with no answer, or one that I don't know the answer to. But what about a paradox? If I scribed a grimoire that could create every possible grimoire, would it also create itself? That was my riddle. I gave her time to answer. Whatever answer she gave, I was able to argue against it. Our conversation ran in circles, and at last, happily sated, she conceded. My magic was forever altered, but I was already thinking ahead. I was thinking of you. When I said my farewell to the Scholarium, I told the dragon about you. This was for your benefit, I promise. I told her 3 things. I said that you would have a mind worthy of her riddles. I said you would bring her what she asked for, a new impossible riddle. And I said very carefully that you would never claim to be my inheritor. Hopefully you see where this is headed. I have faith that you do, and if you don't, never be afraid to ask for help. I've learned that we need not all struggle alone in pursuit of something as simple and joyous as a good riddle. If I scribed a grimoire that could create every possible grimoire, would it also create itself? I mean, not necessarily. It seems pretty straight up forward that it's not necessarily.
Those are her notes? Let's get back to the Scholarium, and we can go over everything we found. That was certainly an adventure, wasn't it? A jaunt through ancient ruins to craft an unsolvable riddle. Not what I expected when I woke up this morning, but exactly what I needed. What was in her last notes? Anything that will help? Let's see. Ulfsild made a riddle that started a fight among the luminaries. Then she took cues from the Misby fable and tried to craft an impossible paradox. A paradox? Wait, could it be that simple? Ulfsild says here she told the dragon how to recognize her inheritor, but she told you not to say yes when the dragon asked. That's it! Ulfsild set this up for you all those years ago. Your riddle is, am I Ulfsild's inheritor?
The dragon said I needed to understand her mind. You don't think she'll be able to work that out?
But that's just it. This is perfect for her mind. She loves puzzles. twisting things around in her head. What's twistier than a paradox? That's it, I think. Go ask the dragon if you're Ulfsild's inheritor and complete that trial. This is what Ulfsild's notes were pointing to. I know it. After everything we've learned about her, I don't think she would have sent you on this tome chase for nothing. I know this is what she wanted you to do. But, just in case, good luck.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, since I say no to being the inheritor, and the dragon, if the dragon thinks I'm the inheritor, if I ask the question and she says yes, she can't possibly know the answer for sure.
This is what Ulfsild's notes. Keep in mind, this is just what I think happened, all right? Ulfsild knew her days in the Scholarium were limited, so she left behind all these echoes, notes. That worked for the other luminaries who would test you on their own terms. But by her own admission, Ulfsild struggled with the dragon's trial. She wanted to make sure whoever followed in her
So she spoke to the dragon
didn't have
before
the
she
same
lost
problem.
the scholar.
Right. Ulfsild told the dragon signs to watch out for, so she would know for certain you were Ulfsild's inheritor. Then she left behind instructions for you, or someone like you, so you could make sure the dragon wouldn't know where you stood.
And that's the paradox.
Exactly. If the dragon says you're Ulfsild's inheritor, she answered your riddle. But you never claimed to be, which, from what Ulfsild told the dragon, means you are. It's a loop the dragon could run forever, the kind of puzzle she loved.
You return, carrying a riddle for me, I hope. I have been sitting here mulling what morsel you might lay at my feet, mortal. I honestly hope I am not disappointed. Out with it. What is your riddle?
Ulfsild told you how to recognize her inheritor, so my riddle is, am I Ulfsild's inheritor?
How do you know what Ulfsild told me? Unless you are her inheritor. You never claimed to be. Which, from what the Archmage said, would suggest you are. If you are, then I've definitively answered your riddle. Now, if the question has an answer, you haven't brought me an unsolvable riddle. But then that would mean you aren't her inheritor. And then how would you know what Ulfsild told me? And we're right back where we started. Clever. Very clever. I do. You have a mind for riddles. And even from all those years ago, it's clear Ulfsild wanted you to have my support. I find you worthy of my power. Take my sigil to the altar, inheritor. Or pretender. Whichever you are. Your wisdom and wit have proven your worth. Accept the power of the dragon, mortal. And may you prove clever enough in its use. You're unconventional, even devious. I loved every moment of our conversations. Make clever use of my power, mortal. For Ulfsild's sake, if nothing else.
Woo.
Did you pass the trial? That look on your face! The riddle did the trick! Congratulations! You can never bet when things will turn out in your favor where dragons are concerned. Even if she's not a traditional dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now, this was a team effort. And of course, Ulfsild herself set the stage for our success all those years ago. My usual day is filled with protection, patrols, and portals. This was a nice break from the usual. Incredible. With the dragon's
Oh
power
yeah,
amplifying the
let's
altar,
go. I didn't
who knows
even
what
realize that
secrets
this
you'll
was a
uncover
quest
out there
reward
in
for
the
this.
world. We pulled together,
I
solved her
dig
puzzles,
that.
and followed fully in Ulfsild's footsteps. Not bad for a night's work.
Your quest to improve never ends, just like a knight.
Well, we're gonna put that on right away. Pages of the book are torn out, leaving nothing but the shell of a tome.
Sorry about that one, adventurer. I need to brief you.
Seems we have a pest problem of sorts.
Ho there, friend. I know the path of scribing beckons. You're no doubt hoping to contact the Griffin Luminary. Unfortunately, it seems we have a page thief in the solarium.
Someone stole the pages from there?
Just so. We were cataloging tomes and left the fable unattended for just a moment. Then from the other room, we heard yips and snarls and found it torn apart. Nalia is already at work trying to find an alternative to the missing pages. The East Wing, looking for anything Ulfsild might have left behind about the Griffin. Hopefully she'll get you pointed in the right direction. My deepest apologies. This was a grave error on my part, but it won't... Don't worry. A few wards around the library and we'll make sure the page thief doesn't strike again. In the meantime, perhaps Nalia has found something left behind by Ulfsild over in the East Wing.
How's the catalog going?
Going well. I'm not usually the type to work at a desk, but it's been interesting to walk the halls and see all the different titles. From what Julian and Anard have said, this place is a treasure trove of knowledge. A section dedicated to cookbooks from the First Era, shelves of poetry from Atmora, and a startling number of bawdy limericks stacked up in a pile of chapbooks. Archmage Ulfsild, it seems, was eager to follow the hunt for knowledge wherever it led. I'll help Julian and Anard set up wards. This won't happen again on my watch.
Mm-hmm.
Good, you're here. Give it a listen.
Hmm?
I can already feel the pull on Ivea. Nothing we can do now will outpace the greed of a Daedric prince. I know that this situation is hard to accept, but I wish the Griffin and the Fox would understand. This isn't a fight we can win.
She sounded so sad. Losing Ivea and the Scalarium to the whims of Sheogorath must have been devastating. And it sounds like the Griffin didn't much like it either.
When I speak to him, Shalador seemed very angry at the loss of Ivea as well.
I'd heard you were assisting the Master of Incunabula with a special project. Helping Shalador himself. Very impressive. Ulfsild was just as talented as her husband. Almost every ward is holding. Which makes our interloper all the more confusing.
What do you mean?
I managed to catch sight of our pest just before you arrived, and it's... well, It's a fox. Possibly the fox Ulfsild mentioned in the echo? It was enormous and seemed intelligent. Honestly, it looked very surprised to see me.
An intelligent fox stole the fable pages?
We're all in above our heads here. Don't look to me for answers. Luckily, our foxy friend might have helped us out. When he saw me, he dropped one of the pages. It's the first page to the fable with Ulfsild's notes clear as day.
Her notes are already visible without the lens?
Ulfsild must have left it behind with the annotations already visible. For some reason? Maybe if you meet that fox, you can ask him about it. I put it on the table just over there. Give it a look.
Have you learned anything else about Ulfsild or the Griffin in your research?
Ulfsild's handwriting is on every tome in here, but she wasn't eager to share much of herself with history. As for the Griffin, he seems to come off as a strong personality, but with a bit of an interesting soft spot. That fox she mentioned.
How was that fox the Griffin's soft spot?
Well, if the Griffin is the stout defender Ulfsild's notes make him out to be, you'd think he'd take a dim view to thievery. But apparently this mighty Griffin and this clever fox got along as thick as... well, thick as thieves.
What do you mean by strong personality?
Ulfsild's notes make him out to be something of a knight in the mold of the ancient orders. Strong, true, and unyielding. Let's hope he's willing to talk to some interlopers before he charges into battle.
Why do you think Ulfsild wrote down so little about herself?
I think she felt there were more important things to write about. She seems very driven, in her echoes and in the notes. Compelled by her quest to understand scribing and the luminaries. To leave behind a legacy.
Okay. Matter how fast we run, the night follows, fretted gray, swishing his tail. Zariah stared at her friend. That's it, she said. What the dying man said. Dusk always falls. They ran from the tendrils of night to Castle Duskfall. Gray's magic cast their movements in shadow. Zariah noticed the curious lines on the scrap of map made the shape... Zariah noticed the curious lines on the map on the scrap of... Zariah noticed the curious lines on the scrap of map made the shape of the Treva to the north. A castle on the river Treva? Could this be about the Overlook Tower? I've never heard it referred to by that name. Regardless, we're in the rift. A castle on the river Treva. Yeah. Are you certain this will work? Said Gray, keeping lookout as Zariah dug at the base of the highest tower. Stealing the Griffin's treasure? And blaming it on the Lady of the Night, said Zariah. Yes. You really ought to keep your voice down, Gray fretted, hopping back and forth. But Zariah just laughed. What haunts this old keep doesn't care what we say. But Gray's eyes were keen, and what Zariah saw as simple crows, Gray knew to be something much, much worse. Just then Zariah's shovel hit something hard, and Gray yipped as the night's messengers began too. That's all.
And you're off like a racing frog. Let me know if you want to confer about the directions in the fable.
Oh no, I think I got it. I know where we're going. We're going to the Rift, and there was something
I'm so
about
glad we were able
Nocturnal's
to overcome
ravens.
this little hiccup. That first page should be enough to get you going. I just hope you'll find some clue that will lead you to the next set of walls.
About that, take a look at the fable. Do you have any suggestions where I
I'm
should go?
not too familiar with the Rift, but I do know that the Treva is a river that splits the hold. Maybe follow it south from the Molten and see what you can find? Just remember, what was a castle overlook back then might just be ruins now.
Have you ever read this fable before?
Something about those names. Gray and Zarya.
Zarya,
They seem familiar, but can't imagine I've read this. Maybe the fable was the basis for one of my mum's many bedtime stories? She had scores of them for every season and mood that took her.
Okay. Even if I dispel the wards, you really think you'll find the clue next?
Julian and Laren are working to strengthen our wards. If it was the fox stealing the pages, perhaps there'll be enough to catch it when it returns. And of course, if you need help with something, come back here
Yeah,
and I'll do
I didn't really need help with that one, but figured I'd hear her out. To the rift, to the rift, to the rift, 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 to the rift, to the rift, to the rift, 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 to the rift, to the rift, to the rift, rift, to the rift, to the rift, rift, rift.
It's not the end of our tale. From the side! Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
Don't be scared. I'm a friend, I think. Oh my gosh, I was right. You're trying to fix Ulfsild's library. You're trying to talk to the Griffin, aren't you? I am so sorry about tearing all the pages out of that book.
So that was you. Why did you steal the
I got
pages?
excited. Oh, that happens sometimes. And it's what I'm good at. The stealing, I mean. Let's start over. I'm the fox. Ulfsild said one day people might try to break in. When I saw you sniffing around, I thought I'd try and protect my friend.
Nolly and I are working with the luminaries to restore the
That's
Scalarity.
why I stopped hiding. When I got close, I could smell the Indrik on you. If the Indrik thinks you're good, then you're good. That guy knows good. I see now I was just holding you back. let me make it up to you.
You give me back the pages for the fable?
About that. I took quite the mouthful of pages. And then I dropped one when your friend Nalia, was it? Oh, when she saw me. So, I thought it best to hide the other pages near the other wards. Good news, though. I hid one right here.
Alright, let's see it. Gaped as they saw a fox drag Zarya out of the tavern. Their drinks would have gone dribbling down their fronts if they'd heard him talk. In the dark of the alley, me drunk and sentimental, Zarya wept into her friend's fur. I thought they took you back to the Crow's Wood, she cried. I didn't realize they understood my thieves' camp. I'm alright, Gray said, brushing her off. But you're spending gold we don't have, drinking like that. The Griffin's treasure is worth nothing unless we can find all 3 pieces. Are you listening, Raya? Zarya was not listening. Zarya. Rhea? Zarya was not listening. Her eyes had that light from before, and she felt around like she was grasping at starlight. It's here, she said. Here in the city. Gray looked around. How's that possible? It must have been placed here before there was a town here. He peered down the dark canal. Maybe even before there was a lake. Lake Horik, I presume. He must be speaking of Riften. Sai is with us, said Zarya. She broke the wards and revealed the treasure just as dawn broke and drove back the shadows. Only one more piece, said Gray, until we find the door and the Griffin very likely kills us. Or, countered Zarya, all we need to do is step out of the way, let his talon contend with the Lady of the Night. I don't seek the power of this mythical creature, only the means to let us live a life where we don't have to keep running. Gray looked up at her with shining eyes. It's not too late for me to go back. Zarya would not hear it. No, my friend, you are too kind and clever to be kept in a prison of shadows for all your days. This will work, I'm certain of it.
Great. I've got my own way to get about. I'll see you at the next location.
Cool story, bro.
Good quality there.
So Riften next. I'm in the Rift already. So let's pony up.
Here we go.
Oh, is this the tavern where Zarya got drunk? Ah, crap, I fell down.
quicker than I was expecting. I thought I'd have to come out and show you where it was. Oh, I'm one step closer to talking to the Griffin again.
You and he are good friends?
Oh, the best of friends. He's not the best conversationalist right now, but just wait. When he's back to his normal self, he'll be a joy to talk to. Just one more key fragment to go.
Did you hide another page from the fable here?
Oh, right. Yes. So, I dropped it. I was down by the water taking a drink when a great large cat spooked me. I didn't think cats got that big. I think it's still down there. Find the big cat by the water, and I bet that page will still be there. I believe in you.
Mm-hmm. Beneath Forelhost, for it had been hidden where the land was new. Beneath Forelhost, so not at Forelhost proper? Perhaps a cavern below it. That must be Broken Helm Hollow. Zarya was happy not to contend with the risen dead, but in explaining as much, she had not watched where she was going, and trod into a circle of hibernating snow bears. Zarya fled through the broad circuit of the caves, shouting to Grey where she saw the thumbprints on the face of Nern, and trusting her friend to recover the final piece of their treasure. Oh right, the hollow. Looks like it's under that mountain.
Good quality there. Let's go. Bandits from Broken Helm Hollow have long preyed on the road from Riften to Fort Virak and Morrowind. The Riften Guard clears the place out every few seasons, but the bandits always seem to return. Ingril's to-do list. This is your last chance, Ingril. I need a fur coat. No excuses this time. Get your lazy butt over to the hollow. Find an animal to kill. Lots if they're small, and bring the skin back. Something white would be nice, just don't get it dirty. Your loving wife, Mervilda. Yep, we've all had a girlfriend like that. Poor guy. Giga's got us holed up in this frozen rock. Says we need to lay low, and this cave's been used by bandits for generations. Won't the guards know about it then? Place reeks something awful as well, though. Giga's claiming it didn't smell like this before. Dirty, rotten liar. He's whining about me writing again. Tough luck, I need this to think. Doesn't matter, though. I hid the best diamond from our loot in my false tooth. I'll sneak out tonight. And after one quick trip to Severna and Riften, I'll be out of this business for good. Serena. Yeah. A barely legible sheaf of notes lies next to the campfire. Perhaps one of the residents left some clues to their fate. Oh, yeah.
Believe we're good at this.
Hey, there we go. Talk to Serena, okay.
Never get tired of that sound.
There we go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Stand up and protect us from harm. Show your weapons, my friend. We've won.
Wow, it's cold in here. Let's be quick. Ugh. That's 3, right? Really got a knack for this kind of thing. Is it possible? Have you ever been a fox? Where I come from, folks become foxes and foxes become folks. It's a thing. I was curious. Anyway, you're so close to meeting the Griffin. With this last page, you should have the whole fable put back together.
I should be able to find the Griffin's door then.
Right! And good timing. All this jumping around has got my paws yelping. You go find your door, I'll head back to the Griffin, and we'll get him talking. Yay! And dig, dig, dig. Here you go.
Imperiously down at them, blocking the magic doorway built upon a tomb. Though far from dusk, the sight lay already in the shadow of Hrothgar. Snow-buffed wind blew through the door, billowing Zarya's cloak and revealing the stolen treasure beneath. Near dusk, already in the shadow of Mount Hrothgar, meaning a barrow close to the eastern side of the mountain's base, Everstead is built near one such place. The Lady of Night would not know me, and therefore never move against me this way, said the Griffin. But even then doubt crept into his voice. He had spent an age in solitude, and knew not of the Daedra, nor any of their kin, and already they were surrounded by crows and the tendrils of shadow. We lied, Grey cried, frightened and compelled to truthfulness. I am her pet and sought escape. Zarya helped me, but the Lady of Night takes all things back in the dark. He peeked past the Griffin into the doorway. We will return your treasures and take all the more on your behalf if you give us sanctuary. The dark closed in like water, pooling around them, lapping at their feet. Zarya drew her weapon, defending Grey from tendrils of shadow. The Griffin then judged her worthy of this boon of power, and being both of great skill and courage, and loyal to her small friend. The Griffin raked his talons through the tendrils of shadow, but they had no quarrel with him, only the two thieves. To my domain, called the Griffin, moving back to let them through the door at last. But it was too late. Zarya held back the night's darkness with a thin tunnel of starlight, just wide enough for Grey to slip through. Then, using the boon of power the Griffin had just given her, she sealed the door to the Griffin's domain with Grey and the Griffin on the far side. Grey keened for Zarya. He pawed and scratched at the locked door until his nails bled. The Griffin, however... I've never heard that word used in that way. I've never heard that word used in that way. It's valid, though. You learn something every day. Alright, we got the Griffin thing. We got our next location. Let's go talk to Serena. And then we'll come back to the Scribing quest. Where am I? Oh, I'm all the way over there.
Just once I'd like to live somewhere nice. If you see a pawn shop, have a shout.
Hold!
I want to get a
I
gift for
will send for you.
Aurelia. Welcome to the Withered Tree. Good luck getting any actual help around here.
Well, I hear you're interested in diamonds.
Keep your voice down. Why do you think fences don't have storefronts? Discretion, discretion, discretion.
Do you want it or not?
Of course I do, but I can't trade while I'm on my shift. Give the diamond to me. You'll find your payment in the graveyard behind the Fighters Guild. Look for a cairn with flowers on it. Don't dig too deep. The Nords are touchy about their graves.
How do I know you won't take the diamond and run?
Fences who can't be found don't stay in business for long. And I couldn't stay here after cheating a damn hero. Bribes only get you so far. Now go!
Okay, cool. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna take a quick pause and go use the restroom and refill my drink. I will be back. Alrighty. I think we are back. Let me just make sure we're good here. Yep, we are good. I need to check one other thing real quick. We're good to go. Let's see, what were we doing? Oh, we just talked to Serena, right? Now we need to go to the Griffin door. Since there's I can see that there's a sky shard over here. I didn't get so much of them in the area. We're going for the door. Going for the door.
On the move. That could be helpful.
Going for the door. I saw a poke through, so I gotta try it. What did it do? Am I just drunk? Is that what this is?
something real quick. I need to pause the stream real quick. I just had a bit of a technical difficulty. I will be right back.